All right, guys, what's up? Thanks so much for tuning back into the channel. Long time no see. Got another little project for you here that has frustrated me a little bit along the way, but I think we may make a lot of headway today. We already have made a lot of headway in the last like 5 minutes, so I just thought I would kind of get this on camera for you guys to see my frustration hopefully just float away, and just the eureka look just kind of dawned on me once I figured out that, hey, I figured it out or found out a solution that works. So this is my 8.5-inch PSA 300 blackout build, which I'm kind of just doing a whole bunch of switching things around. Warbow sling, of course, absolutely love these things. And then we've got an SBA 5 tactical pistol brace on here. It's one of my favorite. And if you guys can see, I want to say the name, this little octagon skateboard sticker tape on there. I think it's called like Dragon Claw, Dragon something. I found it on Amazon because Amazon is my friend. It keeps it really, really, really sticky. And I've put a couple right up there at the bottom along that release. And it's just, it's super duper easy to actuate. A Driven Arms Company pistol grip. I absolutely love this thing. Look at that. And then ordered a butt plate in it so I can just keep a couple little Skittles or Twizzlers in there or something like that whenever I get bored and feel my big back spirit coming on.
Of course, I'm always hungry.
And then I've got a Radian Raptor SD. Then I've got an Ambi Radian Talon, of course, safety selector switch with a 45-degree throw. Right? It's awesome. Driven Arms Company magazine, flare, right? Just kind of helps me stick it in there faster. Also picked up an extended bolt catch. And of course, you guys can see that there. Boom. Boom. I really would not want to wear this, kind of have this on the gun while I'm on duty or anything like that. Even though you can, but it's just more things to kind of go wrong, get in the way. Found the little baby diapers here to punish your face on Amazon as well. Put some more little sticky tape right here around the magazine well because it's just awesome. I will be changing out the dust cover tray. Just because I want something to look cooler, maybe something that says 300 black or something like that, maybe. From AT3 Tactical, the Stinger XL handguards. And of course, that's because I wanted my suppressor nice and tucked in there for that type of look. I just think it looks super, super duper cool, right? Driven Arms Company handbrake right here, paired up with a mag pull, right? Hand stop and handbrake that was under there, and just switched out a little bit of pieces. And because the regular hook that comes with it, it kind of keeps, when you're doing this and things like this, kind of keeps these fingers just kind of bunched up in there. And I don't really like that, man. Just get a better purchase faster without my fingers being bunched up in there. We've got a Hydra mount up here, and we've got the Gold Dot ARO, Advanced Rifle Optic from Holosun. And then we've got a Votatu 848, which again, this can be found on Amazon as well. And this thing is just awesome. I've got a few of the 840 series, but this one is a little bit more compact. So, of course, we're talking about ounces, and being lighter. In my opinion, not really going to notice unless you're a pansy, crying about a couple ounces, just like crying about a couple dBs on the suppressor. But I do fall in that category of trying to be the coolest, and you're not really going to notice a lot of these things, ounces and a couple dBs, stuff like that. But of course, it's all marketing stuff, and sometimes I fall for it. All the time I fall for it, right? But this thing is super awesome. So this little window that's right here, right? And boom, see that? Now, of course, I don't know if it's flickering because of, just this is a camera recording it, but eventually it will go off like how it just now did. Using this with nods or anything else, what I'm saying? Normally you would, especially with this type of mountain, that we have. This is a 2.93. All right. And of course, I'm usually wearing body armor and stuff like that, whether I'm on duty or not. This is something that I would carry on duty, especially for, close to, I wouldn't even say medium range, but if medium range to you is about 200 yards, yes, I can still accurately ping you in the lip at 200 yards. We have a Roscoe 8.2-inch barrel in there. And then I went and got the FDD Superlative Arms adjustable gas block. It cycled about 8 to 10 rounds successfully. And of course, there still was no last round bolt hole open, which is what I'm actually going for. And then I want that 4 o'clock, kind of ejection pattern that'll just let me know that I'm just doing everything perfectly, right? So that's the eureka look that we're all waiting for right now, to see if I actually can achieve that today. And then again, this is the Mojave 45, which is, rated for 300 blackout on an 8-inch barrel or longer. I cut off like 4 coils from the standard length carbine buffer spring that it has in it. And I've also got I've got tons of crap in the house, of course, that I probably do not need, but I'm probably going to use anyway, or buy guns just so I can use those things. But I've got a yellow Springco buffer tube in here, and it did not work, of course, and I didn't lighten the buffer or anything like that. That would have been my next go-to if this setup didn't work. But so far, since we've been out here, I gotta say, I've been making like a lot of progress in like 6 minutes before I decided to get this on camera and have you guys kind of look at it with me. And look how it looks, man. You know, of course, this is in the long configuration because I want all the suppression as I can get. Guys, if you're gonna do something like this, of course, you know, there's gonna be guys out there. Let me flag you real quick, right? Because there's gonna be guys out there that do not measure the inside, the inner and outer diameter of their can and hand guards. They're gonna order something like this and then say, oh, it doesn't fit. TJ told me this wasn't gonna fit. Of course, guys, do your due diligence and measure what you need to measure before you go and attach something like this. You're seeing that gold / FDE kind of superlative arms gas block in there. And right now, I'm at about 8 clicks with the valve open. Okay, so we're going to see if we can get some reliable functionality or functioning, and then see if we can get some last round hold open. And then we're going to try to tune it to make sure that we get really, really good ejection pattern. All right. With this gas block, of course, guys, do not lose this, all right? This is the key to your life, right? And this thing is, of course, long Allen key, because the reason that we did not go with a rifle speed is because we can't get our little nubby little fingers in there and adjust those things, even though it most likely would be easier, but it's not too bad with this at all. You'll see. So we are at 35 yards. I've got a target out here at the tree. That is going to be my 0 for this pistol, and I don't really need to go any higher. If I want to do something higher, of course, I'll do like a 1/3 cold witness or something like that, throw some irons up on there and see if I can, you know, push it out to 100, and then, you know, or just get a different reticle from my, you know, my sight, maybe an ACSS or something like that. The first thing we're going for is just reliability. See if this thing will continue to cycle as much as we continue to fire. All right. So immediately, what I am going to do, clean this thing out. And even though I have Hearing Pro on, you know, 300 Blackout on the right gas settings and everything else is completely hearing safe. All right, 200 grain Winchester super suppressed. Not my favorite round, but my pockets like it. Okay, so as I said before, we were at 8 clicks open. We're going to try one more. In the beginning, I went up 4 increments at a time. So it was like 4 clicks and then another 4 clicks. And then as soon as I started seeing, you know, the bolt trying to kind of not really lock back, but trying to cycle another round, I started going up by 2s. And that was very short-lived. So I just started going up by 1 click. So we just went up by 1. So now we're at 9 clicks. What happened there? Ten clicks. $11 clicks. show you guys what happened here. Ah, can't really see that, can you? Look at that. Right? So, don't like that. Let's try again. We're just going to keep experimenting until we find a nice comfortable spot for Sandblaster. I don't know if that's going to be the name of it or not, but it's kind of catchy. Sand, whatever. Don't like. "12 clicks. All right, so didn't even cycle the other round, so we're gonna go back down, okay? Went down 4 clicks. Went down 5 clicks. And we have the same thing here, just having a little feeding issue here. See what happens with the 5 clicks. We're just gonna try to run 5 of them as fast as we can. That was 4. And yet again, the same thing happened. Let's try to run it again with 1 more click closed. Seems to be right in that little soft spot. So if we went all the way up to 12 and came back down pretty much 5, between like 6 and 7 clicks from it being all the way closed to being open seems like the little sweet spot here. So it looks like we'll have to end up playing with either a different spring or a different buffer weight. Same exact thing. Two clicks closed, so now we're at 8 clicks closed. These little freaking spiders are literally everywhere. I don't know what they are, but They're everywhere. Irritating. No last round bolt hold open. I'm going to keep on experimenting. Thanks for hanging out, guys.